Is that too low?
Oh no. This is your deal.
Shoot. There we go. It's gonna have to work. Hello everyone. Danny Garola, Pink Barn Stamper, coming to you from Tucson, Arizona.
Hello.
Look at the guy! I got him.
She tricked me into coming in here.
He's nervous. He's like, oh my gosh, is it really hot in here? But I will tell you guys that today is our first 80-degree weather in January. Ugh, 2025. That's gross. Like, it should not be 80 degrees. Why does it look like we're...
Because it was dropping.
Are we sagging?
The camera can't handle both of us.
I can't, I guess. Okay. So let's make sure that we are...
So are you really live or are you not really
No,
live?
look. See right up there in that corner?
I don't think people want you pointing at them.
No, I'm just showing you. Ooh. Don't be rude.
Did your parents ever teach you not to point?
You better... Hold on. What are you doing now?
I was trying to fix it.
Golly. Is that better? Ooh, why are you bug-eyeing? There, that's better. Okay. Now let's see. Are we really live here? It says we are live. There we are. Woohoo!
And I'm not allowed to use my white people voice.
And what? And you're not allowed to cuss. This is a family show. So just remember, just because we're in the barn and we're us, you have to watch the potty mouth.
Well, it's hard.
I know it's hard. You got to understand, this guy works in a meat department and cuts meat all day. He plays with his meat all day long. And
yeah, so forgive you for what my hands look like.
So his hands are like super callousy. And so last night...
Actually, I've got pretty hands.
Okay, anyways, we'll let you guys be the judge. Why is this thing keep sagging? What is happening?
Operator.
Yeah, of course, it's always operator error. It just keeps... No, it's good. It's good. Don't touch it now. Just leave it alone. Ooh, my eyes, my glasses are glaring though. So, you guys, we are here to let him create a card. I'm going to show him pretty much the basics, 101 of what it is that you need when you get started or sagging again.
Yes, it's because you won't let me fix it.
We're going down and down and down. I don't know what is happening. Why? Maybe it's back here. Oh, that's what it is. I didn't tighten the back one. Okay, let's make sure we don't sag. We're being like a droopy set of yabos or something.
Whoa. I thought this was a kid show.
It is. They don't know what yabos are. So, anyways, we are here for 101 to show him how to create a card. Woo, it is warm in here. Are you making it hot? And we are going to see if he can actually handle his man hands with
I've never done this.
Yeah, this is like completely raw footage. Like,
we didn't rehearse this.
There was no rehearsal. There was no practicing.
And I've never made a card before.
Never, ever, ever. I mean, have you even watched me make one?
Not really. I've like seen some of your videos, but I've never watched the whole thing.
Rude. Number one. He doesn't even watch his own wife's video.
I have to take care of Katie.
Where's the support here? So, anyways, hi Lois, how are you? Oh yeah, he got me the barn. That is true. So I guess
built 2 tables today.
That is right. I didn't post those pictures yet. So he built me you guys have been seeing all the pictures of my Blackstone that we got for, well, not mine, our Blackstone that we got for Christmas. And he has built me a couple of tables for the Blackstone griddle. And then he built a kind of a side table that we can set all the oil, the
prep table.
Prep table, there you go. Yep, here's my words. Hello, Courtney. I know, right?
Is it?
Oh. Who is this guy?
You're the one forcing me to do this.
Oh,
I'm blinking twice.
He asked to make a card, and he said that he wanted to go live on a video with me. So don't let him buffalo you into thinking that this was my
hostage videos, see?
yeah, hostage. All right, you guys. Hello, Frida. Hello, Ramona. Welcome in, you guys. So I am going to help him kind of the basics of how to put a card together. I have picked out a paper for him. I wasn't ready to let him to just kind of explore the whole crafting room because, oh my Lord, we would be buried deep if I let him try to just go head first into it. So we are going to start out doing kind of the basic 101s, like I was saying, learning about the paper, scissors, glue, and ink, and paper, and just getting things together and letting him kind of explore and see if his man hands can handle a ink pad. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around and we are going to let him pitter patter. Let's get at her. All right. Yeah. Hold tight.
I also brought some stuff to help out.
Oh, golly. Well, let's make sure we can get your little area in frame here without getting our feet in frame. Yeah, that'll work. Oops.
There, I brought my own stuff.
Oh my gosh, get that out
of here. You said you needed to cut some paper.
No, those are not... You get out of here.
What?
That is not how you cut paper.
That's how I cut paper.
Well, I don't know what kind of paper you're cutting with man tools.
Well, you said you needed something fixed.
No.
You said we were making something. I thought we were making something, you know, more sturdy.
Oh, jeez Louise. All right, you guys are going to probably be pretty far from... Let's see if I move this up a little bit.
Whoa.
So we can get him in frame. Is that better? Yep, that'll work. All right, Lois, definitely come back in and watch the replay of this. This is going to be probably pretty funny to catch this guy trying to stamp. Okay, so what we need to start with is, obviously, because you're a beginner, I give all of my beginning stampers a kind of a worksheet to work on. So they're...
It's just like a placemat when you go to
Denny's.
Yeah,
placemat when you go to Denny's.
Where's the maze at?
Exactly. Well, no maze today. Let's go like that so we're not staring at our buffed up table here that I have a hubby who can fix.
Hey, you never
All
asked.
Right. So what I'm going to let him do is I'm going to let him use just our basic tuxedo black ink. I'm not going to let him play with colors yet. I think he needs to get the basics down of how to actually stamp down and straight back up without having color get everywhere, because we even know me as the professional, how I even get ink everywhere. So I'm not trying to have a huge mess. So we're going to let him use our tuxedo black. I'm also bringing in the Sweet Scripted stamp set. This is no longer available, but I thought it would be good because it's a long stamp. I can have him just stamp straight across on the card that I am thinking of letting him do. I'm also going to let him use the paper. This is called the Take to the Sky Designer Series paper. What I want you to do, sir, is we're going to let you pick out, well, I'm going to kind of pick out because I already kind of have a design in mind, but I'm going to give you that paper and...
What if I brought my own paper?
Oh, what paper did you bring?
I brought this paper.
Oh my gosh!
And it works. It doubles as a nice card. See, if you don't like the card, you can always use it.
It's scratchy though. You try to have
sandpaper. It's 20 grit, 200 grit.
Get your paper out of here.
What are you talking about?
Oh my Lord!
It'll help fix your little scratch in your table.
No, go away. Okay, so there is the 2 designer series papers that we're going to use. We're not using sandpaper.
Why?
Don't let this guy get...
It doubles. Then if, like I said, if you give it to a guy at work and if he doesn't like the card, he can always use it to fix
my
something.
Goodness. We're not multi-purposing our cards here. So I'm going to let him...
Wasted opportunities.
I know, right? Okay, so then we're going to grab our card base. So I need you to slide that way just a
And so
little bit.
what is this card base? What does that mean?
Card base is the cardstock. So if you look at
and
this...
do these papers come fully, or is this like the way it comes, or this has already been cut?
That's
like
already
once?
been cut. They come in 12 by 12.
So they come in like this size?
No, they come in...
Okay, so like if I was a beginner, I would like to know what I'm getting myself into if I was to do this from the beginning.
So you would get your pack if you buy it in the pack. I mean, you can buy paper in different sizes, but Stampin' Up's papers, the ones that I purchase, are either 12 by 12, which this is a full 12 by 12 sheet, or we have them in 6 by 6 sheets, and then you cut it up to work for...
And generally, if you were... Depending on the size of the card, you could probably get at least 3 or 4 cards out of one sheet.
Well, normally you can get 6.
Oh, okay.
6 cards out of one sheet. And because they're double-sided, you can also mix and match your 2 sides, and typically they coordinate with one another. So, for instance, this part right here, this is called boho blue, is this color, but this is your card base. So it's a little bit thicker. If you can feel this, this is a thinner kind of decorative, it's called designer series paper. And then this is cardstock. So this is a thicker weight. And so for this, I think we're going to use, let's do this color gray right here.
What about with this?
With what? No. And so for here, it says that I know this just because
you're a
professional.
professional.
Yeah, sure. Smoky slate is the color of this.
And is there an indicator on these sheets, like if I needed to know what this was?
What do you mean? It's a cloud.
I mean, I know that's a cloud, but I'm saying like obviously this would be smoke, or what would this be?
That
Blue
would
sky,
be no, that's boho blue. No, you're right. That's boho blue. Okay. I have them also on my sampler that I do for my paper. I also take the colors that are up here that they put on the back of the designer series paper. I also put them on here, and then I take
Oh, so you made
this
like this.
I made
that's cool.
Yeah, I make these. So then when I go to show this paper, obviously it's kind of tucked inside of my envelope, so then I can show the front and back of each paper design. And the only reason why I don't have the 2 here is because this also came with these, oops, that's fine. It came with these little tags, like which I didn't want to cut them apart to put on here, so I just left that sheet the way it is. But the back side also has like a map. Nice. Yeah. It reminds me of Bill.
Yes.
Even though it doesn't have boats and it's planes, but whatever. So what did we decide? We're going to do this side with this side. This, because it's so busy, this is going to be your card like front. But with our colors here, I think since we're using smoky slate, that if you were to place this, because this is boho blue, just to show you, because you were pointing to boho blue, you could use a boho blue that would coordinate with it, but you're going to put a strip of this across here. So I think like gray,
a banner or whatever.
Well, that's what you're going to stamp on. Oh. So I think the same color, smoky slate, would be good for that. So let's grab a smoky slate card base here. And you're going to cut this. So we're going to move this out of the way. And so you need your trimmer.
This is a different pack of those, like each individual color, like you can buy a separate pack of them?
You can, or our colors also come in, we have subtles, we have regals. It comes in their color.
Like the color theme.
Yes, like I guess a color theme, if that's what you want to call it. I don't remember what it's technically
So called. I'm not using this. I'm cutting.
You are.
Oh, so I'm.
You are. But you're going to get your trimmer.
Okay.
This right here is called your paper trimmer. You actually want to go.
The fact that it says paper trimmer.
But you want to hold it this way. Why? And so your measurements so you can see your measurements. Oh. If you hold it this way, how are you going to cut? Like that's just weird. Ew, get out of here. So you're going to put your paper in. So your dark one is your cutting blade, and your light one is your scoring blade.
Okay.
So the dark one cuts, this one puts a score mark in there so you can...
yeah, it's like when I use a screw to make a mark.
Oh, what? Okay, anyways. So your card bases are typically, this paper right here is 8.5 by 11.
Okay.
So to cut this in half, you're going to go to 5.5, which there's your 5 mark. There's 5 1/4, and then this line right here is 5.5. So you're going to place that on the 5.5, close that, take the dark blade, and run it up.
Okay. Okay. So why am I cutting it? Whatever measurement.
Because I'm going to show you. Because
okay,
you
no, but I'm saying,
base.
so yes, so the card base is a certain measurement.
Yes.
So how do I come up with these measurements if I was doing this on my own?
Typically, if you go to like a card recipe online or whatever, you're going to know that most of us all use our 8.5 by 11s cut in half. Because that is an A2 standard size card.
We're just cutting it directly in half.
Yes, for the moment.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why I was wanting to know.
You asked too many questions. So then here is your card base. This is your standard A2 size card base, which is 8.5 by 5.5.
Okay.
So now you're going to want to score it. So then your card,
folds.
So it folds in the center, and then you have your front and your back, and then the inside of your card. So then you want to come, since it's 8.5, 4 1/4 is your center line.
And where does it say 4 1/4 at?
Right here.
That says 11. Oh, there.
No, that's centimeters. So 4 1/4 is that next long line there.
Okay.
So then you're going to take this.
And that's if you want it to fold evenly in half.
Yes, evenly in half, which we're starting with the basics. So that's what I'm going to have you do.
Cutter out of the way.
So you need to get the cutter out of the way because we're not going to cut this. And now go ahead and run the score. You're going to have to push hard on, not real hard, but okay, just that's good.
Did it do it?
Yes, it did it. See, there's your line. So there's your card base. You're going to fold it in half.
So you fold away from the score.
Well, okay, so typically when you look at a score line, you have a valley and you have a mountain.
So you fold into the mountain.
Yes, you fold into the mountain. Why that is, I have no idea, but that's just what they say. And you're going to grab your boner. That's your bone folder. Okay, don't technically grab your boner. But anyways.
We'll get banned.
We'll get kicked off of Facebook. There you go. Perfect. That just gives it a good crease. All right. So then set that aside. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your designer series paper. Now, if you wanted to do a landscape card, which is what we're going to do, it goes this way. If you want to do landscape, you go this way. You decide which way you want the orientation of your paper. But for today, we're going to do portrait. So this piece for your next layer
at a Dutch angle.
Oh my Lord. You'll get into your Dutches later. So the standard layer typically is 4 by 5 1/4. So
what do you mean standard layer? What does that mean? Like each time you make a layer of something?
So when you start layering, okay, so look, okay, so on this card, see how my real
So it has a border.
Well, yeah, so then you can kind of see that gray behind there, or the gray, you're going to see the gray on yours, but mine is red on this card, and this little white layer right here is 4 by 5 1/4.
Okay.
And you do it in quarters, you can do it in eighths, but for the standard, you're going to do
quarters. Do I have time to go grab my tape measure?
No, don't go grab your tape measure. You got this. All right, so you want it to go portrait style, so you want your paper to be orientated the same way, because obviously you don't want your paper going this way on your card, because then that's going to look goofy, because we're not making a card that goes that way.
Thought we were.
No, you thought wrong.
So it's going like a standard book.
We know that's portrait. So we know that this is 4 1/4, so we need to cut it at 4, because you're just taking it down 1/4. You're going to flip this up and get your...
Well, I didn't see the 4. I wanted
get
to
your
make sure.
score.
Measure twice.
Out of the... Now you messed it up. See, you got to go touching things. Typical guy. Always got to mess with things. Okay, there. Your 4 cut. Okay, and then if this is 5 1/2 length, you're going to take a 1/4 off, and that's going to make it what?
A 1/4 off of 5?
5 1/2. So 5 1/4 would be what it was.
Okay.
Okay, so now you're going to go ahead and cut again. And your cutting blade's already up, so...
Is it going to work from up there?
Yeah, it goes both ways. Okay, so there is your Standard layer.
Look,
that will now.
See that? See, that's what the sandpaper's for. You take the sandpaper.
That's
and
because I need a new cutting
right
blade on there. Yeah. So that's gonna go on there. You're gonna glue that.
Can I just get my staple gun?
No staple guns, you goof. All right, so
I got a drill right here.
When you take your glue, I'm just gonna show you. You just want to go lightly around the edges. I'm barely touching it. Okay, so you finish going around. No,
I
goof.
wasn't really gonna do
You are goofy. So go to the edges, like not all the way to the edge, but
you gotta make swirls.
Okay, swirl it up, buddy.
Do I do it in the middle?
You can. I mean, you don't have to. That's kind of wasting glue.
That's why I asked.
Okay, so come over here. You didn't do this side.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta make sure it's gonna stick. Okay, now you gotta leave some space where you can like put your fingers. So up here, that's why I kind of went low up there. You're gonna flip this around and you're gonna orientate that where you've got a like.
Oh, this is not gonna work for my OCD because if it's not straight, we're starting over.
No, you're not. Yep. You'll be okay. Look, you just got to make sure your edges are
That's why I need a ruler or tape measure.
No, your glue would be dry by then. You're working with liquid glue here.
All right. See, that's how you get out the ruler and you measure each corner.
You have to be a Lone Ranger, Frida said. She goes, you're going to have to make a video as well where you stand back and let him be the Lone Ranger. Yeah, we'll get there as soon as he learns the basics. Okay, so now with this piece, see, you did great. You got it on there good. There's no OCD happening.
Well, you see how when I put the Legos, how many times I've had to pull the sticker off and redo it because that ain't straight.
So then we're going to take just a 1-inch piece here, strip.
Just 1 inch?
Yep, just 1 inch. So on our trimmers, you can go either on this side or this side with your 1 inches. It goes to 1.5. So if it works better and you want to see...
So like attachments that if I wanted... Like if I'm left-handed and I wanted to
Not
work...
left-handed, but they do matrix. So if you live in like the UK or whatever.
Where's 0?
0 is the center, the cutting, the cutting thing. Ooh, I almost hit that little thing. Don't run your finger on this side of that because you're going to cut yourself.
Am I?
Well, you might.
I've only cut myself twice.
And do you want raw meat in your hands when you go to work tomorrow? Probably not. So, see, I lined it up on the 1 inch.
So you went 1 inch that way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can go either way, especially since you're left-handed.
Yes.
That you can see it over here, but you can only measure to 1.5.
That's why I said if there was an attachment or whatever, I can go if I needed to measure.
No, but there is an attachment on this side.
Well, that doesn't makes you go. Good.
I know, but whatever. You'll figure it out. You've had to figure out life this far, so. Oh God. And then we're gonna keep it the same length as our layer.
So it was.
So that was 4 inches.
Just even.
So go to 4 inches and cut. So you line it up. I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna let you do it. I know, right? Sandpaper? Who brings sandpaper to a card show?
You said paper. I brought paper.
I didn't tell you. I didn't tell you to bring paper. I said I have paper. Okay, but you're going to stamp on that.
Making sure.
All right, it was good. You're going to stamp on that.
There, see? The planes are flying in the sky.
Yeah, but you're going to stamp on that. So here, put this over there. Hey, actually, speaking of... See how there's a hanger in the top of this?
Yes, why? You need me to put something? I did bring my drill.
No, you're not drilling into my desk.
Where do you want it?
Just right there for now. As long as your hands can work around it. All right. So, these stamps are photopolymer. Or no, they're not. These stamps are red rubber. We have photopolymer, which are straight, clear stamps.
And what is that?
It just is a different way of
it didn't get put back. Somebody
it's a different kind of rubber.
Away.
I know I didn't. It's okay. Either way, they both mount on a clear block.
Okay? And how do they mount? And how? Showing me is not those are not words. I said how.
Because they're kind of sticky.
There you go.
They have like a self-stick stuff.
And does that self-stick stuff ever like wear off that you have to put more or whatever?
Possibly in, I don't know. Because I'm constantly revolving stamp sets, I don't have the.
So you haven't had a chance to wear one out yet.
Yeah,
that's all you had to say.
Okay, well, there you go. But the photopolymer they don't have to. Like these ones, you have to actually put a sticker on the back of these so you can see the wording. And we'll do that a different day. But because I have new stamp sets that I'll let you mess with that one time. But anyways, as you can see, this is going to be longer than your little 4-inch piece. Okay. But again, coming with your OCD, I did give you grid paper, which in all my new classes, I always give people grid paper.
I was going to go get the level.
No, we're not to make sure it was leveler. Ay, ay, ay. So you're going to pretty much stamp in there. It is going to go past your paper, but that's okay. So what I want you to do is move this so we don't get ink on it. You're going to take your black Memento. You're going, oops, I have that upside down. So you're going to ink up your pad. Don't do it on here first. I want you to do it.
And so these are all things I would have to get separately, right? Paper, pack,
when you sign up under me as a team member, which you can't because you're my husband and you live in the same home as me, but for a person who lives in their own home away from me, when they sign up under me to be a team member of mine, they get to have a starter kit that they get to pick product to put into their starter kit. So these would be the basic things that I would tell them to get. I would tell them to get themselves a pair of snips. I would tell them, now a bone folder isn't something that you generally like have to have off the bat because you can use even a block to...
or a ruler.
Or a ruler, whatever. You can use that to push that down. If you have fingernails, which I don't, you can use the end of a ruler and make sure that is creased. So a bone folder isn't something that I would like tell them to put in their kit, but a black Memento ink, definitely, because then in the future, if they want to start adding pens, our blends pens have to use Memento ink. Otherwise, it bleeds. It will, because it's alcohol based, it would wind up bleeding a normal pad. So we'll get into that later down the road because that's confusing right now.
Yeah. So there isn't like if I was like coming in and I said like, oh, I wanted to start, there's not like a starter kit that I could get.
Not one that is already pre-built. You have to build your own starter kit. That's one of the wonderful things of Stampin' Up! Is that they let you build your own kit with what you want.
But is there like a diagram or something that has
No, like most people
with suggestions with a couple alternatives?
No, like I will, if they're brand new to crafting and they have no idea what they want, then most people will ask you, hey, what are the essentials that I should have in my kit?
That's what I'm getting. That's the thing. Those are...
Don't stamp on that first. Oh. Stamp on here a couple of times to get the feel of that stamp pad.
So I have to get it
it juicy.
So do I need to get the line over here on each side?
You do you.
Well, do I need to, or does it matter?
Are you going to measure that out at 4 inches to make sure that it's perfect?
No, but I'm saying...
Okay, so do your thing. It's okay. No. You need to go...
Well, that's what I'm asking. So I need to get it on it more.
Yep. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, don't stick the block in the ink pad. Oh, look at this guy. Look at him. He's a professional. Jeez Louise. Okay, try it again. Let's see if the second time's as lucky as the first.
It's not.
Look at you using 2 hands and everything, acting like you are bougie over here and as the pro. Oh, my Lord. I give up. I'm not even going to be a stamper anymore. I'm going to let you just...
No, I am definitely not doing that.
So I guess since you clearly are like on the roll here, go ahead and do it on here now.
Oh, okay.
But now make sure you go all the way to the edge though.
But you said it's going to hang off.
It will, but you're good. Okay, so... Don't watch the lines on your designer series paper, though. Watch the lines on the grid.
I'm doing both.
Okay.
I'm
not too crazy hard. Oh, that was perfect. Oh, my God. Get out of here, guy. It doesn't. It's perfect.
I'm going to have to start over.
No, you don't. That worked out great. So
and see if you use the sandpaper, you can just rub that off and start over if you screw up.
No, I do have a sand eraser though, in case for that. But anyways, that's going to go on the front of your card like that. Now, you can decide a couple of things here. This is where you get to make the choice. If you want this to be raised up a little bit,
okay,
give it some dimension, or if you want it flat. Now, the only thing that I always say when it comes to adding dimensions, like, see how this is kind of popped up a little bit,
yes.
This layer is? You don't want to add too much dimension.
Because then it gets caught in the envelope. Trust me, I've given your cards to people, and I see that that's a common thread.
No.
Especially trying to put them back in the envelope after pulling them out.
No, the thing is it going through the mail.
Oh, that
like
too.
Postal Service does not like things that are super thick. They will make you pay more, and they reject things, and then it takes forever to get to your recipient.
Is that why your cards come back half the time?
No, that's because I wind up forgetting to put a part of the address on there. That's what I do. But that was rude.
I'm just asking. So those are questions that happen.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So so without, all that would do is raise it up?
That would pop it up like just
a pinch.
Yeah, like maybe 3 centimeters or so. It would pop it up kind of like that to give it a little bit of dimension. Or you can do it flat down. It's your choice. It's your card.
We'll do it up because then it'll give it some air behind it. Just like the
because
plane.
Of the planes.
The theme,
oh, how cute.
It all,
look at you.
Oh, so how it all measures together.
Normally, I'm going to do it on this side just so I can show you. Because this is designer series paper and it's kind of thin, you're going to want to put 2 like that. I would put 2 in the middle.
Really?
And then
that seems like a lot.
It is kind of a lot. But because, unless you were going to do like this gray, your cardstock, because like I told you, it's thicker.
Yeah, you wouldn't need to.
You wouldn't need to because then you would have 2 layers. And just make sure you don't have it hanging over because you don't want people to see it.
Yes, that's what happens when you're left-handed. It gets in the way.
I know. I know, right? That was like the perfect stamping. And that's the first time he's ever touched a stamp and ink. That's just, you can just do one right there. One in the middle.
Oh, that's fine. I've made stuff before. It's not too complicated.
Well, you would be surprised. I've seen brand new stampers who like dip this in the ink pad so hard that the outside of this is gooped up. And then, so watch, let me just show you kind of what I'm talking about. Because the struggle
let me do it. I want to try
No, the struggle is real. Hold on. No, you're not going to punch it, you weirdo.
I wasn't going to punch it.
Look, so see if I'm like, grr, and I just cram it down. See, that's ugly.
But maybe you want it like it with an outline. It all depends on what you're going for.
Okay, you do you.
That's right. This is my card, remember?
Yeah. So, like, I have a struggle because I don't have fingernails. So I
struggle
actually
because I got arthritis.
Oh, well, that's because you're old, but
I'm not old.
Yours is not arthritis. Yours is carpal tunnel.
That same thing.
No, not arthritis and carpal tunnel is not the same thing.
I have both.
Oh my gosh.
What, you have a little magic tool that gets those things
I was going to show you, but you did it yourself.
Yes.
So line it up only to the designer series paper, not
Hold
to the
on,
complete edge.
we're gonna do this.
Oh
the man way.
Goodness, the man way, the manwich. Now you're gonna stick it right to my.
I'm not gonna stick it. So, what is it? It's 5 inches, right?
That's 5 1/4.
5 1/4.
Yeah. So that's gonna be 2 and that's gonna be 2 5/8.
No, we're just gonna do it right there. Then. That's fine. That's close enough. It's close enough.
Yeah. See? No, we're not punching things.
I wasn't gonna punch it. You just push really hard with a part of your hand.
Look, see? And then we have even this cute little tool right here.
I know. I wonder where you got that from.
I know. I wonder.
That's probably wonderful on camera.
I know, that loud screaming. All right, so there's your
card.
That
the whole card?
Well, that's.
Well, no,
I mean, you have to do the inside, but we're not going to do all that right now.
And what are kind of things you would put on the inside?
So the same piece of this paper, I have some of the bases already pre-cut. So I would just
like the inside of a card you have pre-cut?
Yeah,
to put like an insert. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like that. But typically I take another strip.
And would you glue that as well?
Yeah, you do. Okay. But I would stamp on it first because if you mess up, you always have 2 sides to your white paper. Yeah. And so if you messed up, you could always flip it over. Like, say if you did your
And then you better hope somebody doesn't take your card and be like, oh, look at this goober.
Yeah, that's you. But
no, that's when you write a secret message underneath.
I would take
why'd you break my stuff?
Oh, right here. So see, I would take a strip of this, and I would cut this at 1/4 inch.
Why?
I'm going to show you right now. Just to make your inside of your card as pretty as your outside. So then I would go at 4 again.
You know what would make it pretty is you put a 20 bill in it.
$20 bill. You're cheap. Ooh.
What are you talking about? That's like 3 Starbucks.
I know. When we were 3 Starbucks, when we were kids, $20 was a lot of money. So see, I would put that on there because then you're kind of adding this same paper in here.
What if you did it the other way?
You could do it however you want to, but you would have to just cut it longer.
I know.
I don't think that strip is long enough.
It's not.
But I do it that way too.
Okay.
But I would just add that paper in there. Like that. Are you tired? Am I boring you? Oh my gosh.
I actually went to bed and slept pretty good too.
Well, that's good. So, and then I would stamp, like, obviously this one.
So why are you out here for 3.5 hours then? This took me like 20 minutes.
Because my cards are a little bit more.
Sure there.
Oh, well, you know what? It's just to get away from you. Let's be honest.
I'm going to start photobombing.
Engineering stamping.
That's right. There's a mathematical equation to fix anything.
So that's exactly how you would do it. And then you would glue it in there and then you could write in the inside and then that would be your finished card. Oh. And then you can send that or give that to one of your partners. So I'm going to let you glue that together.
Oh, and I thought we weren't doing it inside, so now we are.
No, you don't have to write in it.
Yeah, that's definitely not happening.
Yeah, I know. So you can choose whether or not, I always leave a little white, like, part there, but you don't have to.
See, and then see if you do it right, too, if you put one of those little... No, listen. So that if you were to give somebody a card and you did want to put a money or check in it, if you put those little bubbles on it, then you have something to tuck it into.
What are bubbles?
These little thingies.
Those are dimensional.
Whatever. They're little bubbles.
Okay,
but... then you can raise it up.
Okay, but look.
And then you leave the...
I have... Hold on. I did have money here. So if you were to pop that up, your money would just fall right out of the card.
Not if you put one at the bottom, and then it just slides down and hits it.
No, we'll make one of those kind of cards later.
Hey, where'd you get that?
What? Get off the money. That's my display money. That's my Monopoly money. So you can decide to glue that on there. Oh, right. You don't gotta shake it. Because you want it to stay at the end. Oh, see? It's starting. It's because it's so warm out here.
Yeah, I know.
It's starting to, like, combust the glue out the end of it.
Combust the glue.
Okay,
it's
whatever.
Not flammable.
Hello, Peggy. Hello, Lisa.
And I know you guys like to try to be delicate and all that.
Who's you guys?
People that do this. I'm saying, like, for me, it's like getting a little glue on my hand isn't going to hurt nothing.
Well, the only reason why you don't want glue is because then you get it all over and you make a mess on the front of your card. So it's not a fact of being delicate. That's
why you need an apron and you just go like that.
Well, I do. That's why my jeans always have glue on them. And then you're going to do the same thing.
See,
you're going to glue
measured incorrectly. Jeez.
You're all good.
I don't know if I can handle
Nobody's going to judge.
I am. I'm judging.
Oh, well, don't be a judgy guy.
And then what? Now I glue it again?
Yep, you glue that on the inside. Ow.
There, now when I ask you for a birthday card, now you can say you have one already.
I know. That's exactly why I had you do a birthday card. Is so when you ask me, because I know one of your people's birthdays are coming up soon.
Yeah, but
and
I'd
you're
have to
always
care
like, hey,
enough
go
for
out.
them to have a card.
Yikes. No, you care enough to make me come make them a card. Now you have no excuses. Now you know.
That still is... Yeah, you really want me fumbling around in your stuff?
Well, hey, guess what? We can always ask.
That's right. Oh, it fell out.
It's okay. That's the good thing about...
oh, shite.
That's the good thing about liquid glue is it moves around. It makes you be able to move things. Like you can reposition. Beautiful. See there? You did it. And then it gives you a couple of seconds that you can like kind of turn things if you need to. But that's good. You did it.
All right.
You actually do better than a lot of the people that I teach. So I'm kind of impressed, to be honest with you.
Well, I'm a quick learner.
Are you? Oh.
It's not too bad.
See, and then you could come in and you can even use...
How do they sell cards for so much money? That's ridiculous. Especially those cheap cards.
I know,
that's
Hallmark
ridiculous.
cards.
Yes,
that's
those things are ridiculous.
That's why I'm like, I would never charge what they charge for a card, and mine are so much prettier.
They are.
Well, even yours is prettier. But see, you can even use like pretty little embellishments.
Yeah, we don't need embellishments.
Maybe
We're not bedazzling this.
Bedazzle? Hey, well, I guess you keep your simple man cards. But look, that's kind of a man card, and it has some bedazzle.
See, and then I can even cut this and put a little sheet of this in here.
Oh, my Lord.
What?
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in here and watching this guy. I'm genuinely, I'm so impressed with how well he did with this. I did keep it very simple.
What did you think I was gonna do?
I don't know. Well,
Since you act like I don't know how to be delicate, come on now. I haven't broke you yet.
What in the world? Well, we won't talk about that. Anyways, on to better things in life. So there is your first card. Now you can tell everybody that you made a card, that you like joined your wife in the barn and you used your delicate man hands to handle paper and, well, you didn't use scissors, but you used glue and you didn't make a mess and you didn't eat it. So that's kind of impressive in itself.
Eat the glue. I was never one of those kids.
I was never one of those kids either.
I would just put it on my hand and make a glove, and
No.
then I peel it off so I could leave fingerprints for other people's.
Now, when it came to Play-Doh, I think I probably ate Play-Doh when I was a kid because it smelled amazing.
I don't
like,
get,
I didn't
it does
eat the
not
whole
smell
container.
good. I don't know
It
what's
does.
wrong with you.
Play-Doh smells amazing.
No.
I didn't eat the whole container. Like, I think I tried it.
No, I was never like, I should put this in my mouth.
Okay, well.
Just like I don't understand how kids can eat paint chips.
Oh, okay. I didn't do that either.
But before we go...
Okay, so anyways,
we're
what are you going to do? You're going to start nailing me with some questions
Yes,
here.
so that's what I'm saying. So
Put me
like,
on the spot.
if I did want to start, that's what you should do. Is you should either come up with a little list or have like a little baskets or something together of like starter kits, and then you can have alternatives, like have one at like a certain dollar range.
Okay, you're talking business here, and all we were doing is making.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like for
these
like
are
business, if I wanted to get started, or new people, and then you could use this as a new people video.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for the...
No thanks. We're not done yet.
We are done.
That's what I'm saying. So if I didn't have somebody generally to come and ask without... Like if I was just looking on YouTube, that's the thing is you should put some little things up like that.
Okay.
Of little starter kits. These are the 5 things or 10. Like you should do a 5 thing and a 10 thing to get started. And then have a couple alternatives.
Well, have a checklist of things that you
Yes,
need
and then
to
have a
just
couple
get
of things to alternative depending on your budget.
Mm-hmm. Well, the starter kit is an amazing deal because of the fact that you get to pick $125 worth of product and only pay $99. It comes with catalogs that you can share with your family and friends. It also comes with a paper pumpkin. So, you know those red kits that I do all the time?
Yeah.
They
just since they're just listening to us talking.
Oh, you have to do your Vanna
to give
White
them
hands.
something to look at while they're
looking
listening.
at your card.
But continue.
So that's what I'm saying. It comes with a paper pumpkin kit so you can see like kind of the general idea of what our kits come like. That's what I was actually going to make you do. I was going to have you do a kit because then I wouldn't have to teach you because you would just read a pamphlet.
You can just do this right here.
No. Get that out of here.
What? That's how you
we
make
don't
a
need
hole
a
to
hole
hang
punch.
it. If you wanted to hang it.
Anyways, we're done.
No, go on about your little kit.
It's good. That's it.
Oh,
Thanks. I'm glad you made a card.
Yes.
And again, I'm
not. I'm still asking you to make cards. I'm not making my own.
Whoa! So every couple of Fridays, I'm going to ask you to come in and you're going to sit here and do this. And I'm going to make them get a little bit more difficult at a time. Like, there might be ones that you have to do more scoring. They're called fun folds. So you can have fun while you're making your...
Are they fun? Only when I drink. When I drink, then they'll be fun.
Oh, Lord.
That's what we'll call it. We'll call it sipping in cards. And I'll just drink while making them.
But then it has like some different... I don't know if I have one sitting here.
Oh,
that's
cool.
That's just different angles. But
did you use a protractor?
No, I just cut.
You just cut?
Oh, look. Like, here's one that somebody sent me. I think this came from Jan. But see, that's kind of... I mean, it's a regular card, but because it's been cut and it has some other... That might be considered kind of a fun fold.
That's cool.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
And see, like, you could do that, like, if it was, like, a high school graduation. That could be, like, if you were to cut out the shape or, like, the school. Well, like, if it was an H or a G or whatever.
You are already wanting to know what you have.
I'm just pointing out things that could be useful.
Oh, well, now you know when you go to make a card what's going to be useful for you.
It depends on what I need a card for.
Yeah. Oh, like this. This is kind of a fun fold. Look, it's got all these different layers here, and then it comes with these little tags.
Okay.
Look, this one's even
like you
customized
made that
to me for a little
gift
barn.
card holder thing.
Yeah. look, I even made this thing that holds my birthday.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Then I keep track of every month whose birthday is on there, and then see I can tuck a birthday card in there and know that.
Oh, look at that! See,
This needs to go in the RV.
What is
I'm glad
it?
that I saw that. That's from when we went to Cottonwood.
Oh, the sticker.
All right, you guys. I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Thank you for coming in here and watching us be goofy and cheesy and whatever else you want to call it. But this was fun. I'm glad he came in here and gave this a try and wasn't being a stiffler as far as making a card and thinking that he was too much. Oh, thinking that he was too much of a manly man to come in here and make a card.
That's why I built the table. Or I made a card and built a table.
Oh, look at you. Just to make you aware that we do have demonstrators that are men, and they are quite creative when it comes to making cards. Like, they have a wonderful weekend. I love you all. And I will see you guys here on Monday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.